Well, hi. This is me. I'm on my own tonight. The quest line in the earlier recording session didn't work. So what I'm going to do right now is talk to John Colt. This dude was supposed to trigger a quest line which would expand the border because there is a savannah here. I don't, okay, there's a savannah here which was the border was around. Let's say here it was supposed to trigger a border expansion which would go up until here. It didn't expand back then. It does now. It apparently it did it because we did it wrong, for as far as I can tell, at least, because we had to walk up to John Colt, talk to him first. The trigger is on this, I think, on these blocks, so you should be standing here. Tony, the one who did this quest line, didn't really explain that, or if he did explain it, I don't know myself how I ignored it, probably because I'm dumb as shit, but we need to talk to this guy. Thank goodness you're here. My brother Wyatt and I were escorting a supply wagon through the savannah when Team Rocket ambushed us. Damn. We were bringing a set of enchanted tools to the professor, rare ones at that, forged with energy from the enchantment table itself. If Team Rocket gets their hands on them, they could twist that magic into something dangerous. It's always Team Rocket, apparently. I think we have a small problem with Team Rocket on this server. If you're willing, I can take you to the police where they ambushed us. Just please help me save my brother. Step closer when you're ready, and I'll send you to the savannah. Yeah, so what this does is when I go here, it TPs me into this. The border was right here. Now it expanded 50 blocks to both sides. There was supposed to be, well, a couple people here, a couple of the Team Rocket grunts. Unfortunately, we cannot really do anything with trainer battles yet because we haven't figured out how that works. So we are using the easy civilians mod and easy NPC, or we are using the civilians mod and easy NPC. I don't know where that notification is coming from. I hope. Oh well, whatever. So there were two guys standing here, as you could see in the earlier recording session, and apparently they were supposed to trigger those two. I said that completely wrong. They weren't supposed to trigger anything. They were supposed to kill themselves, quote unquote. They were supposed to die, and then spawn a couple Pokemon for us to fight. That didn't happen. I didn't see it, at least. So what I did was, I didn't do anything. I just stayed, and I was like, hey, there's nothing I can do here. And then Dominic did it by himself with that quest line that he triggered. Apparently, he did. You're supposed to read the dialogue first, then click OK, let's go, then teleport, then it'll trigger the expansion of the border. So that's why we couldn't walk here before. Which means that now we have Wyatt Colt standing over here. And this is a carriage by the looks of it. Can I? I don't know how to get on here. There we are. Okay, so this is cool. Thank you. I thought I was done. Wyatt protected the wagon as long as he could before they overwhelmed us. I'm afraid I believe Team Rocket found what they were looking for, but they didn't get everything. I think you should take these tools and keep them safe. And there should be a set of tools here for all of us. Yes, with efficiency and breaking free. And this is kind of oopsie whoopsie, but I'll take all three of them. So the point of this quest was go over here, talk to these guys, or kill the Pokemon of Team Rocket that was supposed to spawn in. Then talk to Wyatt, and then these tools would we would be able to get these tools, which is fine, which is fun. It's not a. It's actually a really good quest line, you know. Team Rocket's is trying to fucking murder us. Help me. And this savannah biome is now unlocked, which is cool. It's not that big or that deep into the savannah yet, because as you can see, there's way more. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a few logs. I'm also gonna grab a few saplings because we needed a tower offering. In total, 64 logs and 16 saplings. I don't know why he decided to go for 16 saplings with 64 logs with a savannah biome, but alright. If you want to know the reason why we do these quests, by the way, is so every time we trigger a new expansion and there's a new biome for us to unlock, which triggers about every week, then we can also do something useful in that biome. It's not like, for example, next week will either be next biome we will unlock is up top here, which is a dark oak, a roofed forest, and if nobody needs anything there, then nobody will go there. So there's no incentive to going there in the first place. So what we did is we made sure that with every new biome, we have some sort of quest line. In this case, we have Wyatt and all that sorts of shit standing around. And then the second week, it was the ocean biome where we had the fisherman take us to get a Magikarp. That also had a Team Rocket grunt popping up. But those are fun quest lines because they actually make you go towards the specific. It's a Kamala. They make you go to the specific biome and actually have you do a quest line there. So you have to go there if you want to get something cool. In this case, diamond enchanted tools, which are made from the new villager breeder we have right over here. There's a villager breeder, and it's. Oh, that's literally a chunk. That's perfect. Wow. Almost. Most of the almost came there. Wow. Am I getting a few more saplings now? Or yeah, there's one. I need 16 in total. I'll do them myself because what Dominic usually does is, and that is unfortunate, but what he usually does is he ignores the entire quest line, sees something, he's like woo, and then he goes there straight away, and that's about all he does. You know, he checks the barrels, and then he doesn't really care about the quest line. I also think it's because he doesn't really know what to do with the quest line itself because we didn't really explain it. So as we go through the next few phases of quests, we should be able to, well, not revolutionize, but make it more perfect in a sense. That way we can start working on better quest lines. And Tony has made these two quests. I will be making a quest myself later on because I like writing dialogue for some reason, but I've never tried it myself. I've never really written a story. But I do want to eventually get into a certain storyline. It's not just, oh, Team Rocket's here. What do we do? What do we do, Wyatt? What do we do? But it's also later on it's going to be how many? 44. Later on it's also going to be a bit more than that. You know, we're going to do an entire quest line that actually pops up with a story. But we are 2 weeks, or actually this is our third week, but we are 2 weeks into this. And I don't think it's a good idea to already start a big fucking quest line on, oh, this is where you should go now. That is where you should go then. Me. You know, I mean, introducing ourselves and getting familiar with the mods that we're having is something that we need to do before we... how do I... Fuck me. Is something that we need to do beforehand. Otherwise, what's the point? There we are. Okay, that's at least a couple of these. I have too much in my inventory. I'm gonna throw these seeds over there. I'm gonna need a little bit more saplings, and that'll be all, actually. So as we go through these quest lines, I'll eventually be able to get a few of these quest lines up myself, see what I like, see what I don't like, because Tony is going to be explaining it to me how that actually works with all those quest lines and such, how to make them, how to work with the easy NPC and the civilians mod. I haven't checked that out myself, so should be easy, especially when you get a little bit more familiar with the mod itself. Do I have 16? I've got 14. That's 15. Need one more. They should just be laying around now. Hello, Sensor. How are you doing? You adorable little creature. Central kind of grew on me. I didn't like it at first. Also, Rellor. This dude is funny as fuck. Especially the shiny, where that just has a golden... Don't want to say it's a golden donut or something, but it's like a fucking golden ball. Okay, by the looks of it, all I have to do is sleep, because It's nighttime, baby. It's nighttime. Oh, this is one of the. Oh, this is yeah. Okay, I'm gonna. What do I place here? This is for later. But this entire mod pack that we're using, there is still so much to do when it comes to what we want to learn from Cobblemon. But also, we gave ourselves a couple challenges that we still have to overcome. Especially when it comes to food, we are only using candied berries, which give like 0 saturation. At least that's how it feels like. It does 2.5 on the food bar, but it doesn't give you any hearts back whatsoever before you have to eat another one. So it's not really the best. We're trying to see if we can give it a little bit more saturation so you get a little bit more hearts back. Don't know if that'll work. And it also doesn't really, as you can see, I'm already on free hunger again. So yeah, this is going great. But we're trying to figure out what's edible and what isn't. And if you want to know the reason why we aren't focusing on the regular foodies. Is this another pink sheep that just spawned in? Isn't this like a 1% chance? The reason why we are not doing that is specifically because of the fact that we kind of fucked that over. Yeah, we literally just fucked that over. But okay, we have the what I mean by we fucked it over is it's literally that you can't eat regular food without it giving you curses. You know, it gives you teleportation, it gives you random negative stuff. We cursed it, basically. But yeah, we did get a few things done. I'm glad. But as we go through this, you will see more quests pop up. And these people, especially the ones that trigger the quest lines and maybe other important people, like, for example, John Colt and his brother, you will see those pop up later in when the city actually gets larger. You will see them pop up. There was supposed to be the fisherman Bob from the first quest line was supposed to be standing right here right now, and he will just ask you like, "Hey, how's your magic up doing?" You know, so every single piece of quest that we do, and every single quest that we do, and every single NPC that we make is going to have some form of legitimacy later on. So you actually will see him around instead of, you know, John and Wyatt Colt being... What are you doing with the combi? Just standing there and then just disappearing forever. So we actually want to make this world feel lived in a little bit more. So that means we also have to get John Colt and Wyatt Colt in. Okay, there we are. This should be enough. 20 saplings and a few of those. Yeah. Okay. So that was it, actually. I didn't really have too much to say. It's the quest line was supposed to be explained, and unfortunately I didn't really do a proper job. I think that's on me because Tony did explain it in full detail. I read back a little, and he did explain it in full detail. But having people like Dom on his fucking server and telling others or telling him to just wait is not a good idea, because the people like him won't wait. They want to keep going and they want to keep going, and they just don't care. And eventually he did manage to trigger it, like I said. And you get all sorts of shit. But either way, for now, thank you so much for watching. I don't know if this is going to be in the episode itself, or whether this is just going to be staying on the Phil Streams channel. Who knows? Who gives a shit? Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you all again next time. Bye bye.